all in, baby. Playing that game. We're off the reservation now. It's not following the book, but we'll see what happens. That's right.
Is that clock right?
That's not notes.
I got 5:30.
Yeah, 5:30.
Lead by the sweet chords.
Are you ready? Okay, let's call to order the Finance Committee. Let the record show all aldermen
Live
are
stream.
present.
Huh? Live stream.
Do we know that we're live? Did he already
We
go
didn't
through
till
this?
we got here.
Yeah, we just
Okay.
figured that out.
All right.
Okay.
Is there any
so-
permission that needs to be sought for that, or legally?
I don't think
This
so.
is,
I checked with Nick.
this is an open meeting requirement. What's the rules pertaining to that?
He's
He's gone through it with Nick already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no different than when Kelly Sweet did it over there.
But
Yeah.
don't we have to keep it in a
Minutes?
It gets-
format?
It gets, she gave me the format I needed for putting the date in,
Okay.
so that it can be tracked, and then once it's saved as a file, it'll be forwarded to Nick.
Okay.
So,
But so he'll have it to be foiled, so we can foil for him.
correct.
Okay, great,
Sounds
thanks.
good.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll make a motion for approval of the minutes from the previous committee meeting of February 19th. I'll make the motion second.
I'll second.
Seconded by John Crawford. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Carried. Unfinished business, PL 02-19 by Crawford to amend the City of Olean Code of Ordinance, Chapter 2, Article 6, Division 3, Audit and Compliance Committee Reporting Policy. John?
Okay, so I think it's probably best to, what did we say, Tiffany, forward this or postpone this until after tax season?
Until after tax season and after the budget is finished.
So can we, can I postpone it until the first week of May?
The first finance committee meeting.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Do we need a motion or anything?
Yeah, I'm making that motion.
Second.
Seconded by George. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. New referrals for consideration. First is budget presentation. What I'd like to do is just hand the floor to our council president,
Okay.
Alderman Crawford.
Okay, thank you, Alderman Witt. So this is a review of the proposed budget, and we're going to go through a very similar process as we've done in the past that includes presentations from the various department heads at kind of a high level presentations and what their needs are for the upcoming year. I ask that we as a council feel free to submit any questions and inquiries, but as far as recommendations and changes go, let's keep notes and let's circle back and make those after all the presentations are done, so we don't get kind of buried in the line items. I think it would be helpful and important to try to separate any one-time capital purchases versus our reoccurring operating needs. And then once all the presentations are done, the outlook here will be that the council will prepare a statement and send it both to the mayor as well as present it then in the following committee meeting once all of the council members have provided their feedback to me. And I just want to make a quick clarification on something that was mentioned in the Olean Times-Herald today, that the council has provided a limited amount of feedback. In fact, I've met with all of the council members, received their feedback, and met with the mayor on at least 2 occasions where I did express our interest or desire to see really a zero budget tax increase year over year, as well as including a small tax increase compared to last year for contractual salary increases and some one-off increases. So although I think we might be out of the woods financially, we still have to evaluate our needs versus wants in our conservatism here. So with that being said, I look forward to the presentations.
Thank you, Alderman Crawford. What I'd like to do is start by asking Fred to go through, like page 4 and 5, just so the public gets a sense of what we're looking at as an increase and where the revenues come from. I've had several people ask me, you know, what about our sales tax and our property taxes? Are they seeing a decrease because we've had several stores leave? And there's a potential of part of the mall being torn down, so are they gonna be reassessed? And these are just questions that the general public's asking. So I think, as their, you know, representatives, we need to pass those questions on. And I would just like, Fred, for you to start out, with those 2 pages. The other thing that I would like to start with, if we were to have, well, even if we didn't, 1% is equal to what, Fred?
Roughly $70,000.
Okay, so we can start at that base. Thank you.
And if you don't mind, maybe to answer your questions, we could, I think looking at page 40 and 42 might prove more beneficial. We have the departmental comparative budgets for the appropriations on page 40, and the same information on page 42 for the revenues. So if you look to the far right on each of those 2 pages, it'll show the variance from one budget year to another. So
Okay, if you could just give us those numbers, because
Sure.
the people reading the paper or just
Okay.
public, they're not looking at these sheets.
I don't know if you want me to go line by line, but.
No, just overall.
Okay, our expenditures are up $381,857 from last year's budget, and our revenues are up $381,857, so we're coming in at a balanced budget. On the revenue side, bright spot is the fact that our sales tax has increased dramatically. We're budgeting an increase of 127,500 over last year. We're seeing some good activity at the rec center. We're looking forward an additional $24,800 in skating or rec center revenue. We added a line called Police Services City Special Patrol of $75,000, which is offset by $75,000 in expenditures. That changes from last year. Our ambulance fees, I'm budgeting $25,000 more, and I think those are the highlights on the revenue side.
So Fred, if I may, so primarily the proposed, you know, really the bulk of the 380,000 in revenue increase, 154 is coming from the proposed tax increase of the 2%,
yes.
and 127,000 increase in sales and use tax, and that really makes up the bulk of almost $300,000.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We're being very, very, what do I wanna say, with the sales tax.
Conservative.